Welcome back. Our next guest has experienced a lot of hard times. She is a cult survivor who has suffered a large amount of grief and trauma, but she has a message for everyone that she would like to share. So Renee Linnell is an entrepreneur and author, and her latest book is a memoir called Still on Fire. Renee, welcome. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for inviting me.
When I was reading your book, it feels like I'm reading your diary. It's so very personal, filled with details. Does that make you nervous to be so vulnerable sharing these stories with other people?
A little bit, but I did it because I know when I'm vulnerable, it will encourage other people to be authentic and vulnerable as well.
Right. It's a page turner.
Yeah.
I was like, now what else could happen to you?
Right.
How have you drawn on those experiences? We mentioned being in a cult and getting out of it, a lot of trauma from your childhood as well. How has that made you the person you are today?
I feel like it's a rite of passage, and I think Indigenous cultures go through rites of passage into adulthood, but we often don't. And when we face something so traumatic and realize we can not only make it through, but survive and thrive, it makes us really empowered. And then now I feel like I can handle anything life throws at me.
Yeah. Oh, you can tell the strength and how you have built that up. I also liked in the press materials, it said writing from a good place at the age of 49.
Yes.
Are you coming up on this next decade thinking about all you have been through?
Just so grateful to be alive. I think when life comes along with a sledgehammer, we have two options. We quit or we keep going. And those of us that decide to keep going, it's almost like a child again. I don't have to be who the world needs me to be. I get to just be me. I've made a lot of mistakes, and it's wonderful to just be out there making a mess and having fun.
Yeah. And now I feel like you found a love of writing and sharing your stories through book, because in 2019 you wrote The Burn Zone, which was more about your experience in the cult and getting out. What is different about Still on Fire?
This book is all magic, miracles, travel, and romance. And it's about truly living and the wild ride that life provides when we follow our heart and really go after what we love. And I think after everything everyone's been through for a couple years, it's really nice for them to read about magic, miracles, travel, and romance.
Absolutely. It felt, and you reference it in your book, Eat, Pray, Love. It felt like your Eat, Pray, Love as you traveled everywhere and retell these stories.
Yeah, it is. And just that, following our hearts to what calls to us. I think we're so afraid to do that. And I think to truly be alive, we have to.
So many great lessons from the book. One that I really took away was when you talked about accepting your body and body image, I suppose. I sometimes think we spend our lives wishing we look different or beating ourselves up in every decade, speaking of turning 50. What's like your message to people who maybe struggle with that themselves?
Well, I realized after doing so many interviews about being brainwashed that we're all brainwashed in a way by constant messaging that tells us we're not okay, that we have to look different or be different or act different in order to be loved and feel worthy. And so my message is we were born worthy. We're already worthy. And these bodies that we're in are so beautiful, and we need to just be who we are and go out into the world and live, enjoy, and thrive.
Yeah. What's your daily routine? I know it wasn't in there. Do you do a lot of meditation? Like, how do you find that center every day?
I do still meditate in the morning, and nature, and silence, and just kind of turning off the media and just checking in with what feels right to me, not what the world's telling me, what feels right to me.
Yeah. Do you have a small circle of people of trust, or do you have a wide number of friends? Any advice there?
Everything I went through after being so betrayed and broken, I didn't trust for a while. And that wasn't fun. And so I decided to trust again, but I'm wiser now. And so, but I love to trust the world and people, and I'm just a little more careful who I let really close.
It's interesting because I feel like I know you after reading your book, though. I feel like you let us in very close, right?
Yeah.
So I guess maybe that's kind of a balance that you
Well, I want
put so much in
people
the book.
to feel like my soul talks to their soul and that they know me. And that's the way I write the way I do, and I'm so open and honest. I think we all have so much more in common than we do differences.
That's true. That's true. Is that your big hope for the book? What do you hope people leave with once they read it?
Just that we love ourselves and love each other. And the thing is, when we give ourselves time to have joy in our lives, we're happy. And when we're happy, we're kind. And when we're kind, we love the people we encounter. We don't hate them. And so it's those simple things. Just be kind to ourselves and each other.
So many great lessons in the book and wild stories. Wild stories. Thank you so much for being here and sharing this with us. We appreciate it.